We'll start off with national team matters, and the South African Netball national team, the SPAR Proteas, will return to action for the first time since the appointment of the new coach, Jenny van Dyk, as well as assistant Zanele Mdodana. They will play against another African powerhouse in Malawi in a 3-match series at the Ellis Park Arena in Johannesburg next week. And Coach Jenny is here, joining us in studio for the first time since she's been appointed. Good evening, Coach, and thank you for being here.
Good evening, and thank you for having me.
Thank you. Your appointment was welcomed by many who follow netball here. You've won a number of trophies. You were clearly the right person for the job. How has it been the past couple of months for you?
It's been busy behind the scenes more than, playing on TV at this stage. But our first test match around the corner and really looking forward to it. We've been busy. We've been all over South Africa, working with all the coaches and working with our players remotely, mostly.
Okay, wonderful. And you've got Zanele Mdodana as an assistant, a former national team player and captain. How has it been so far?
Oh, fantastic. We really complement each other, and we've got the same passion and dedication towards the SPAR Proteas and towards our country. So it's really a matter of pride for us, and we want to make a big difference.
And what kind of difference do you want to make? Are you changing anything in the playing style? What do you want to bring to the team?
Yes, for now, we're really just focusing. We're actually quite glad that we can take on Malawi as 3 separate matches and test matches. And it's just about teaching our players first and foremost the different styles, because we've got a lot of young players that came into the group now. A few more mature and experienced players, but the young ones, they've not had that many international experience and exposure, not a lot of caps. So it's about teaching them all the different styles of the world, and starting in Africa and making sure that that they understand the African way of play, and then obviously getting all our systems and structures in place so that we feel in sync and so that we can connect well on court.
Are these some of the young ones that you worked with in the junior national team?
Yes, not at the moment in this specific team, but there's a lot of them that's putting up their hands. And yes, with our remote work, we've been going to the provinces and we've been working with the coaches to give through the plan so that a younger age group can actually know exactly what's happening in the national camp at the moment. We can start young with the players, but also with that training sessions. We work with the S121, we work with the Fast 5 team, we work with the President's 12 team. So we try to bring in as many as possible of the national players to help with our sessions.
Not only is there a new coaching staff, there's also a new captain here, Kanyisa Chawane KC. And what kind of a leader do you expect it to be, or what do you want from your leader, coach?
First and foremost, a leader on court. We want our captain to be on court, and we want our captain to perform well. You lead by example, and so her performance on court is what matters to me the most. She's great, she's just really, she makes sure that everybody in the team feels welcomed and feels like they have their place. And she's got such strong leadership skills. She's quite young still. But that's the thing, pairing her with Carla Proteas, which is such a mature and great mentor player for the rest of them. They really complement each other, and I know she's going to become one of the best captains and leaders in this country going forward.
And where would you say the team was when you took it over? What kind of a team have you been left with, or a squad that you've been left with?
Well, I joined them to Australia end of last year, and then they had the England tour. I think, what I saw happen during those tours, where the young ones were really starting to put up their hands and to say, listen, give us a go, we are ready, we are hungry, we want to become a part of it. And then we got quite a few of our older players, like Bongi and Pumza that left us. Look, that first camp, it was just weird not to have them there. They just always there, so we felt we lacked their presence there, but now everybody is coming to their own. We sat and we've really decided as a team what we want to dream and what we want to work for, and what our long and short-term goals will be, and everybody's dedicated to the process.
You start against Malawi, another African powerhouse, as I mentioned earlier on. What kind of a challenge are you expecting from them?
Yes, definitely a challenge. I think it's going to be a competitive test match series, and definitely what we need. They've been in camp for the past month. So they're also preparing well, which is fantastic to see. And yes, we're expecting a real tight affair.
Is it already a chance just for a battle for continental supremacy with Malawi, just to see who's the real powerhouse of netball here in Africa?
Yes, definitely. Look, obviously Uganda's still in the mix. They've beat us at the Commonwealth Games and at the World Cup in our previous cycles. So yes, the respect is definitely there, and we're doing our homework and we're making sure that we really know our opponents so that we can have a good start.
And you've been in camp, and I was reading that you focus a lot on fitness in the camp. Is that correct? And what's the thinking there?
Yes, look, we know the standard of fitness we need to be on and in to perform well for the country, and we want to become the best in the world. And it's easier said than done. And I mean, obviously, we're not a professional sport yet, but at the end of the day, that's the dream. And for us to be that, we need to be the fittest and the best conditioned team out there. So we've really been working hard behind the scenes, and we've been pushing our players quite hard. And most of them, you know, are 100% fit, and there's one or two that will probably reach their fitness by the end of the weekend. But yeah, to us it's important, because the one thing you don't want to be concerned about when you play against the best in the world is whether you're fit enough. If we can tick that box, there's already one thing, you know, that's on your side.
So do you give them programs, coach, to work on when they are not in camp, and then when they come to camp you can see who's been working hard or not?
Yes, definitely. Look, we've been pushing quite a lot of intense sessions where they work at the best of their abilities for an hour long, and obviously they're all at international clubs. 8 of our players last year played in the UK or in Australia and in New Zealand. So for us, you know, we only have the group together for a small amount of time every year, and starting from September. And if they are here, we make sure that we travel to them. So Zanele and I've been using that little Renault capture that they gave me. I've been up and down, and just visiting the players and checking if you know, if they're training the way we want them to.
And talking about the players, you named a squad of 15, but you have to trim it down to 12. How much time do you have to do that? And what happens to the other 3? Do they stay with you? Do they stay as reserves?
Yes, the 15 will. The new rule gives us the luxury to travel with 15 and to make changes in and out as we need. So the 15 will be training together the whole time. They are our 15 contracted players, and we want to make sure that we have everybody on form. At the end of the day, we want 15 players that we can slot in and out of the team according to the needs we need with the teams we're playing against. We don't just want 7 on court that can get the job done. So it's going to be a tough one. Let me tell you that I said to them, you know, show me that you need to be in that 12. And the only thing I've got to go with at this stage is what they deliver in the training sessions, because we have not had an international test together. So they're really making it hard for us. Me and Zanele, we had quite a few conversations about the fact that this is going to be tough to choose only 12.
And then, so do you choose the 12 for the first test? Are you able to change during the series?
Yes. Oh. Yes, so we choose our 12. That should be in 48 hours before the time. And then after the first test, you can make your changes, and obviously into the last test.
Okay. And then what would make a good series for you against Malawi? Do you judge it on results? Do you judge it on performance? Is it a combination of both, coach?
Yes, definitely. To me, the standard of play. We know how we want to look and feel, and the standard that we want to put on court. If we can reach that standard, and if we can tick all those boxes and make sure that all the basics and all our systems run smoothly, and we can stick to the game plan, and we can work together well in our combinations, then the result will be a win. We'll always push for the win. We'll never go into a match, as long as I'm the coach, I'll never go into the match just wanting to compete. To us, it's always about going for the win. So obviously, we want to push for 3 wins in this first series.
Has it been a long wait for your first game? You can't wait to get going.
It's been so long, and yes, we can't wait to get going. And in the same sense, there's this excitement, and I spoke to Zan as well, and we're just like, we don't know how we're going to react once we sing that anthem for the first time, because it's something that we've been working so hard for such a long time. So it's exciting as well.
And then what comes after Malawi? What are the plans?
So from Malawi, we'll go back home and we'll work remotely for a month. And then the first week in December, we'll come back into into camp. It will be the SPAR National Netball Championships. We'll play some matches against our Puma males team, which we use quite a lot. They are quite a weapon to use.
Oh, really?
Yes, they are strong and they are dynamic, and they're getting better and better by the day. And then from there we'll go to the African Cup. The African Cup, the president just actually announced, she just came to give us a visit. It's going to be in Swakopmund in Namibia from the 9th or 8th of December to the 15th of December. And then we'll have a break, and then we're off to Jamaica, and from there we go to the UK.
And we can't not talk about the president. How has the support been from the president? Because we know how passionate she is about this team.
The support's definitely there, and you know, we've come to really understand each other. And to me, you know, we keep an open line of communication. At the end of the day, if the communication is good, it's really a good start for us. So yes, she's definitely supporting. She's backing us, and she wants us to do well. Obviously, you know, we don't always have an open checkbook, but with what we have, we really try to get as much as possible out of it.
Talking about the checkbook, finally, there's been a lot of talk about when is netball going professional. What is it going to take? Is it going to take more checkbooks and more sponsors to come and support Netball South Africa?
Look, it's definitely something that the president and her team is working on a lot. I hear a lot of conversations about that, and I think sooner rather than later it's going to be announced, and hopefully before we go to the Commonwealth Games, which now they announced will be in Glasgow for the netball, you know, so that's fantastic. So yes, the ideal would be to get that professional league off as quickly as possible, but you know, I know they're working around the clock to make it happen.
Well, you've been working around the clock. We wish you all the best. Your big moment is finally here, Coach Jenny van Dyk, and we wish you all the best against Malawi in your first series as coach of the SPAR Proteas netball team.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. One of the most successful coaches here in netball in the country, and now has a dream job of being the SPAR national team coach, and will be there at the Ellis Park Arena to go and support them next week against Malawi.